students, welcome back to mathsy.com. This is your Joycey ma'am. Today we are going to learn the chapter Statistics, Class 10 Math, NCERT. Are you all ready? Shall we start? Here we go. Children, we have studied the grouped data and the ungrouped data, the difference in our previous video. And what are the formulae to find the measures of central tendencies? Now, we are going to apply those formulae in finding the mean, median, mode. In this video, we are specifically going to study about the mean derivation. Derivation in the sense the calculation. So, how to find mean using different methods. Children, I told you in previous video for which type of class interval, which method to be used. I gave the examples also. Now, I am going to use those notes so that for this type of class interval, I am going to use this kind of method. Now, children, I want to tell you one more thing before going to this class. That is, statistics is nothing but the calculation chapter. How well you are good at in this calculation, it is to be checked by this chapter, either by you or by the examiner, whatsoever may be. So, whosoever may be. So, you must be very thorough in doing the calculation. It's in a matter of thorough means it's not just by hearting and doing. It is how to handle the numbers that matters the most in the chapter statistics. I'll give you an example. Suppose you are given a question in the question paper finding mean for the following data. And the answer for that question, if suppose the exact answer is 50. Mean is equal to 50 and you are allowed to get the answer plus or minus 0.05. Ma'am, we are allowed to get means we should not get other than this number. No, you can get it, but the marks will be cut if the exact answer what you are getting is not plus or minus 0.05 with the answer key of the examiner. So, you must be accurate in your calculation. So, the calculation, you should do it in an ease manner. It's not just by making the numbers bigger and then multiplying and then adding and then subtracting. Oh my God, that will never work in statistics. So, you should find the method how the bigger number I can make it smaller and how easily I can do that calculation. That's what the matter here. Now, children, and one more thing I tell you is you must get the answer by watching this video. It's not even slightly different from the exact answer. So, while watching this video, you will understand how to use your techniques so that you will get your answer, the calculation to be done in a very easy manner. So, hope everyone are ready for this chapter, and I would welcome my students to have your ledger notebook or your A4 size sheets so that you will do the sums with me so that you will learn it. Most of the students avoid doing the calculation. Do not do it. Math is nothing but the calculation. You are all studying math here, but when you grow up, whatever you are studying is going to help you or not, but the calculation for each and every minute, each and every second you will be using in your future. So you must be thorough in your calculation. This is the foundation. So I want everyone, my students, to take your paper or your notebook to do the calculations with me. Shall we go for these sums? Yeah, the first sum. And before that, I would want you to recollect the formulae for mean, median and mode. We are going to see in this video only the mean. In mean, there are three methods. One is direct method, and the second one is assumed mean method, and the third one is step deviation method. And the direct method, x bar is equal to sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. And assumed mean method, x bar is equal to a plus sigma fi di divided by sigma fi, where di is equal to xi minus a, and a is the assumed mean. And then the last method, a step deviation method, x bar is equal to a plus sigma fi ui divided by sigma fi into h, where ui is equal to di xi minus a divided by h. Or you can say ui is equal to di by h. That also the same. So these are the formulae that you have to be thorough before going for this. And we move on to the first question. I give you some examples, some tips for this writing the question. Now you look at the question in your question paper. The question will be either given in a vertical order or in the horizontal order. Now, I just mostly how the question will be given. Find the mean for the following data. So, your data is given like this. That is, you are given a table, and in that table you will have your class interval, and then your frequencies. So your class interval and then the frequency. Now children, most of the students still not clear about the concept of class interval. Let me write the question: 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and then 30 to 40, the last one 40 to 50. And my frequencies are 7, 10, 15, and then 8, and then 10. Last one is 10. Now, children, sometimes it would be given in the question not like class interval and the frequencies. Sometimes it will be given the age of the children, the age group of the children. It will be given 0 to 10, 10 to 20, or 0 to 5, like that. And the number of children, it will be given 7, 10, 15. Now, most of the students do not understand the concept of which is the class interval. I tell you, whatsoever may be written at the first column, you go to the second column. In that second column, you will see here the numbers are written with the hyphen symbol. So you will have two numbers which are separated by the hyphen symbol. That means it is the range from the number 0 to 10. It is the range from 10 to 20. That means it is lying between the numbers 0 and 10. What is lying? That is the frequency. That is number of counts. If suppose number of children, if it is given, that means it is frequency. So the ranges are from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, it goes up. This is nothing but the class interval. And the number of counts, it is nothing but the frequencies. Now, hope you understand which is the class interval and which is the frequency. Now, we are going to do find the mean for this question. The question will be given like this in your question paper. Now, I told you in my previous video for trigonometric identities in that teaching, I told how to write the question in a manner such that your brain will think what I should do the next step. So, how you are writing, that will make you at least 25 to 30%. What should I find for the next step? So that is very important, children, how to write the question or how to write the answer. Now you are given like this the interval, and you are reading the question, you understood you have to find the mean. So these are the steps that you follow when you find the mean or missing frequencies under the chapter statistic. The first one, you understood that you are going to find the mean. So first you will write the formula for that mean, finding mean. That is, the second step, you will decide which formula I have to use. I told you based on the class interval you will pick up the method. So you will find, you will understand which formula I am going to use. And the third one, you have to decide how many columns I am going to draw to get my calculations. So you cannot draw number of columns and then going and rubbing. No, most of the 10th standard students I've seen during board examination, they used to rub and wasting their time. So you should have the clear knowledge how many columns you are going to draw. I give you the tips for that. For the direct method, you will draw 4 columns. For assumed mean method, you will draw 5 columns. And for the step deviation method, you will draw 6 columns. So these are the number of columns that you are going to draw. Now, children, I am giving all the tips here. Please do not skip the video. Even a single tip, if you miss it, then it will be difficult for you to have the continuation for that finding the calculation. So do not skip the video. Continuously you do watch and do the sums along with me. Now, I understood this is my question. I am going to arrange the question in such a way that how am I going to find my answer. So I am going to find the mean for this. I understood 0 to 10, 10 to 20. It is the 2-digit class interval. So I am going to use my direct method. So the first one, you will write the formula for this method for finding the mean. So let me write my formula first. So the first one, x bar is equal to sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. This is my formula. Then next I am going to draw my table. So in that table I am going to have 4 columns. I told you for the direct method it is 4 columns. So 1, 2, 3 and then 4. The first one is nothing but my class interval. And the second one is nothing but my mid value. That is, you have your class mark. And then the next one is fi, which one? This one. And xi is this one. And then the last one is fi xi, that is this full one. Now you understood, I am going to have my 4 columns basis of what am I going to use in my formula, the values. So you will draw the 4 columns. Please draw the 4 column little bit wider so that you will not later go and rub it for not having the space. So next, you do not draw extra column and again you will go and rub the column. Indirectly you are wasting your time. So do follow these steps. So the first one, my class interval is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and then 40 to 50 is my class intervals. Now children, in statistics, the 4th tip is, it is very important to write the numbers in its straight line, in its order. So that is very important. Of course, your board answer sheet will be with the lines. So I want everyone to use that line. Don't write it upside down. That will make you to be confused to get your calculation. Now, I am going to have my xi. What is xi? Xi is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. That is 0 plus 10 divided by 2. 10 by 2 which is equal to 5. That is, this is equal to 5. And the next one is 15. And then this is 25. And this is 35. And the last one is 45. So, hope you get my point here. The mid value class mark, the difference is going to be the same as the size of the class interval. So that's what I continuously wrote it. 5, then the class size is 10 here. How do you find the class size? Upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit, that is 10 minus 0, 10. The class mark is 10 here. 20 minus 10, that is equal to 10. The class mark is 10 here. That 10 will be the difference of these meet values. So 5 plus 10, 15. 15 plus 10, 25. 25 plus 10, I get 35. 35 plus 10 is 45. This is the case for 99% of the sums for 10th standard board exam. So hope you get this point, how to get your mid values. Now I'm going to for frequency. So I'm going to write my FIs. FIs are 7, 10. Now we will write FIs. FIs are 7, 10, 15, 8 and then last one is 10. And the total is given as 50. Now I have to find my FI into XI. So 5 7s are 35. 15 into 10 is 150. 25 into 15 is 375. 35 into 8 is 8 5s are 40. And then 4 8 3s are 24 plus 4 is 280 and then last one is 450. The total I am going to have 5 plus 5 is 10. So 1 is the carryover. 8 plus 7 is 15, 20, 25, 29 and then 2. Then 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12. So 1290 is my summation of FRXI and already given in the question summation of FI is equal to 50. Now I am going to substitute in my formulated value. So I am going to write the formula again since although I have written children the formula. Now after the table if you want to write the formula no problem. It will take just 4 to 5 seconds. So for not making mistake, again writing the formula is not a mistake at all. So please write it. X bar is equal to sigma FI divided by sigma Fi. Why have you written the formula, ma'am, at the beginning and now after the table also you are writing? What is the reason? The first one I wrote it because I confirm myself I'm going to use this formula so that I'm going to have this table for the respective formula. Now after my table I understood I have to substitute my values in this formula. Which formula? I'm going to write it again. That's what I'm writing again. So I have my sigma FIXI, substitute 1290 divided by 50, 0 gets cancelled, 2 5s are 10, 25, 5 5s are 25.40, that is 8 5s are 40. So my X bar is equal to 25.8 is the answer. Children, we move on to the second question now. For you to get practice of this calculation, I am going to do one more question on same direct method. So now I am not going to write the question as it is given in the question paper. I am going to write the question in an order such that how am I going to answer that question. So how do I write it in my table? So looking at the question you understood, I am going to use my direct method. So first step, you will write the formula first in the answer sheet. So you will write the formula, that is X bar is equal to sigma FIXI divided by sigma Fi. And most of the questions it will be given sigma Fi is equal to what is the number. So here sigma Fi is given. Second question it is given 100. 100 is the sigma Fi. So always what is given in the question, please write it in your understanding step in the answer sheet. The way you understand it, in that step you write it. So I'm given, you will not write the total number of frequency. That is not required in our calculation. Our calculation we want it in the mathematical form. So I will write it in the form sigma Fi is equal to 100. That is what given in the question. So now we are going for the answer. So I'm going to draw the table. You know, direct method, you will have 4 columns. So I will have my 4 columns here. So my columns are class interval, xi, fi and fi xi. So class interval, xi, fi and then fi xi are my columns here. So the class interval is 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80 and then the last one is my 100. So 80 to 100. So that is my last column. So you know you have the lines in your answer sheets. So you can count the number of lines and then draw the columns. The outer line you draw it after after counting the number of lines. So children, the frequencies are given 15, 18, 21, 19, 29 and then 17. These are the 2 columns I am given in the question paper, that is in the question. Now I have to find my xi's and fi xi I have to find. So xi is nothing but 10, 30, 50, 70 and then 90. Now I have to find my fi xi, multiply, that is 150, 3 8s are 18s are 54, so 540 and 1 5s are 5, 5 2s are 10, so 0 and then 9 7s are 63, 6 7 2s are 40, 14 plus 6 is 20, that is 2030, 9 7s are 63, 6, 1 9s are 9 plus 6 is 15, that is 0. Now I am going to add, this is already given 100. Now I am going to add all the 0, 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 10 is 20 and then 2, 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14, carry over is 1, so 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. This is, so I got my sigma fi xi is 5300 and sigma fi is 100. I am going to apply this in the formulae. So I will have my formulae to be written again. So x bar is equal to, so my x bar is equal to sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi, which is equal to 5300. So that is equal to 5300 divided by 100. 0, 0 gets cancelled. That is, my mean is x bar. So I got my mean, which is equal to 53. So these 2 are the direct method question. Now we move on to the assumed mean method. That is the 3rd question we move on. So assumed mean method, you know the formula x bar is equal to a plus sigma fi di divided by sigma fi. So you know the formula. So I go for writing the 3-digit class intervals count. We will use assumed mean method. So my class intervals are 100 to 120, 120 to 140, 100, like that. That is 3-digit number counts. We will use assumed mean method. Now, So I understood after reading the question, and I am going to use my assumed mean method, that is x bar is equal to, I will write the formula, A plus sigma Fi gi divided by sigma Fi. That is my formula for assumed mean method. So now I have to draw my table, which is 5 columns. Before that, let me make sure what is my gi is xi minus a, where a is the assumed mean, xi are the mid values of the class interval, class mark of the class interval. Class mark or the mid value both mean the same, and then sigma Fi is nothing but the summation of the frequencies. Now here sigma Fi is given in the question, it is 200. So it is given, I am going to write my answer for where the question will come in the class interval and the frequencies. So now I go for the table. You know the table will take 5 columns here in assumed mean method. So I am going to draw my 5 columns. So class interval and then xi's, fi's and xi minus a. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. That is class interval, xi's, fi and gi is equal to xi minus a and then fi gi. These are the 5 values I am going to have it in my table. So my class interval is 100 to 150, 150 to 200, 200 to 250, 250 to 300, 300 to 350, 350 to 400, and then 400 to 450. The last one I will have 450 to 500. So these are my table. So I will have my values here. Now I'm going to have my frequencies. Frequencies are already given in the question, which is 24, 40, 33, 28, 30, 22, 60, and the last one is 7. Children, writing the numbers in its order, in its line, it's very important in statistics. Now I'm going to have my xi's, which is 125, 175, 225, 275 and 325, 375, 425, then 475. Now my GI, what is GI? GI is nothing but xi minus a, which is my a. A I will select it from here. My a value, I would select the mid value of all this class mark. The mid value. So here it is given 8 class interval. So the mid values will be these two. Among these two, any one you can select. That is 325 or 275. Any one you can select it. Now I am going to have my GI xi minus a. Children, we are going to find xi. Xi, I am going to have my assumed mean as 325. So you can choose any value from the class mark as assumed mean. So I have chosen almost the mid value, since it is 8 class interval there are. So I chose among these two, this one would be the better one. So I chose 325 as the class, the assumed mean. So A is 325. Now I am going to subtract each my xi with A, that is 325 minus 125 is minus 200, and this one is minus 150, and then this one is minus 100, and this is minus 50, and this is going to be 0, and then 50, and then 100, and then 150. Children, now I tell you the reason why I chose my mid value. You can choose any one value, but for checking your calculation, if you take the middle value as 0, you can understand that preceding numbers will have the minus and the succeeding numbers of 0 will have the plus. The same numbers with the plus symbol. So even if you write any numbers slightly different, you can notice that as you're going somewhere wrong. Why? Because the same numbers must come and with opposite symbol. That's why the main aim is to choose my mid value of the class mark as my assumed mean. Now I'm going to multiply Fi di. So I'm going to multiply. So this is minus 4,800 and this is 4 15s are 60, so it is minus 6,000 and minus 3,300, and this is going to be minus 5's are 40, 4, 5 2's are 10, 10 plus 4 is 14, that is this one, and this is 0, and then 22 into 5, 5 2's are 10, 1, 5 2's are 10 plus 1 is 11, and then 0, this is 1600, and 5 7's are 35, 3, and then 1 7's are 7, that is plus 3 is 10, so 1050. So hope you get your FIDI. Now I'm going to add my minus symbol first and then plus, then I will do the calculation. So let me have my addition here. The addition can be here, can be done, that is this is 0 and this is 0, 12 plus 3 is 15, and then 1 here, 10 plus 3, 13, 14, 15, that is minus 15500 is my summation of negative numbers. Now I'm going to have my positive number summation, that is 0, 5, 7 and then 3. Now I'm going to add these two. So minus 15500 plus 3750. So I get 10. So this becomes 10, this becomes 4, so 5, this becomes 4, this becomes 14, that is 7, 1, 1. So my answer, the summation is going to be the total of FIDI is going to be my minus 11750 is my total. Sigma FIDI is equal to minus 11750. So sigma Fi is 200, I got it, A is my 325. Now I'm going to substitute my value in my formulae. So you know the formulae, and I'm going to write the formulae again for my substitution. So the substitution takes like this, that is, I will write my sigma Fi is equal to, this is my A, sigma Fi is given 200 and sigma FIDI is equal to, I keep everything ready, FIDI is equal to minus 11750. These are my three values that I'm going to use in my formula. So let me write my formula, then I get the answer, that's it. So my x bar is equal to A plus sigma FIDI divided by sigma Fi, which is equal to 325 plus minus 11750 divided by 200. 0 gets cancelled, and then this I'm going to cut it by 5. So 4 5s are 20, 2 5s are 10, 1 3 5s are 15, 2 5 5s are 25, and then again I cut it by 4, I get the decimal, so 5 4s are 20, and then 3 35, 8 4s are 32.307 fours are 28, 2, 0, that is 4 5s are, so 5 4s are 25. Sorry, 5 4s are 20. So now I get my x bar is equal to 325. Since it is minus symbol, I will write minus 58.75. I'm going to subtract 325 minus 58.75. So this becomes 10, this becomes 9, this becomes 4, so 5 and then 2 and then this becomes 14, this becomes 1, 14 minus 8 is 6 and this becomes 2, this becomes 11, 11 minus 5 is 6 and then 2. So my answer is 266.25 is my answer for x bar. So I get my answer such that 266.25 is my exact answer. So there is no approximation value for this if you do in this method. Hope everyone understood. Now we move on to the fourth question, that is step deviation method. So hope you know the formula for step deviation method. Step deviation, you will use your class interval when it has 4 digits in the class interval. So I would have my 4 digits class interval, then I will have my step deviation method. So please write the formula first. That's the way we start with. So x bar is equal to a plus sigma fi ui divided by sigma fi into h. That is ui is equal to xi minus a divided by h. Otherwise I can write it as di divided by h. Now your sigma fi would be given in the question, which is equal to here, that is 400. These are the things that are given. So first I make myself clear what is given, what is asked in my question. Now step deviation method, as I told you, it would have 6 columns in the table. So I have to prepare my answer sheet to draw 6 columns. So I'm going to have my 6 columns here. So I will have my table like this. So take your scale pencil and start drawing your table. So your table is with the 6 columns. So I would have my table like this. So you will have your 6 columns. So class interval, 4-digit class interval, so make it bit wider, and then my xi, and then my fi, then xi minus a, and then fi into di, that is di is equal to ui is equal to xi minus a by h, then fi ui. Now I'm going to have my class interval xi, fi, and then xi minus a, which is nothing but di, and then ui is equal to xi minus a divided by h, and then fi ui. These are my table. So my class interval is 300 to 399. 400 to 499, 500 to 599, 600 to 699, 700 to 799, 800 to 899. So I must have more lines at the bottom since my table takes bit length here. So 1999. So it is 1000. So 1099. and then 1100, 1119. So be very careful when your table becomes bigger, but the numbers are going to be smaller. So in that way you have to be happy. So smaller the number, easier the calculation. So exercise. Now I want here to remind my students this hint. Here the class intervals are not continuous. What do you mean by the continuous interval? The previous intervals we have seen 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. You could see that the numbers are repeating. That is upper limit of the previous class interval. It's going to be the lower limit of the next class interval. That is what continuation. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. Now here 300 to 399 but not 400. So if it is 400 then 400 to 500, 500 to. That is continuous class interval. But here it is not continuous. This is 399, next number is 400. 499, next number is 500. That means it's not continuous. But for the mean, do not go for adjusting the class interval. Why? Because this class interval takes no priority in our calculation at all for finding mean. But for median and more, you have to make it as the continuous class interval. So not here in mean. So keep it as it is. Don't waste your time in adjusting the class interval just by adding and subtracting 0.5 with the lower and the upper limit. Don't do that, please. Now, FIs are given 14, 46, 14, and then 46, and then 58, 76, 68. I have to write it in order. 62, 48, 22. The last number is 6. And then we go for exercise. So exercise, I would write my exercise as upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2, which is 349.5. Next is 449.5. And then 549.5. 649.5. 749.5, 849.5, 949.5, 1049.5, 1149.5. Hope you get the class interval. Now we are moving for finding xi minus a. I'm going to choose the mid value of the class mark as my A. So 749.5 is my A. So A is equal to 749.5. Next, find xi minus A. 749.5 minus 349.5, which is equal to minus 400. 749.5 minus 400. Why? Because xi's are this one. So you will subtract with every excise here. So this becomes minus 300. And this becomes minus 200. This becomes minus 100. This becomes 0. And this becomes plus 100. And I hope my numbers are written. I should have written in bit more order. Here it comes. So I will write the numbers 58 and then 76 and then 68 and then 62, 48, 22 and then 6. So now I'm getting my order. So that is, this one will come 0 and this will come 100 and this will come 200. This will come 300. This will come 400. So my numbers are in place. Now, ui is equal to xi minus a by h. Here a is, do not go for 99. Your a here, you must have some understanding of h would be, that is equal to 100. Children, your h will not be any numbers other than the numbers of multiples of tens, mostly. Okay, so even if it is not continuous, please take the exercise h as 100 here. So I would have minus 4, that is minus 400 divided by 100, that is minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So xi is this one divided by h is 100. Now fi ui, you are going to multiply this fi and ui here. So your product is going to be 4 4s are 16, 1, so minus 56. And then you have to be careful since because of this number. So minus 3 into 46, 6 3s are 18, 1, 6 3s are 12, 12 plus 1 is 13, so minus 138. 8 2s are 16, 1 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 1 is 11, minus 116, and then minus 76. This becomes 0, and this becomes 62, and this becomes 96, and this becomes 66, and this becomes 24. So as simple as that. So I'm going to add my number. So 62 plus, I'm going to add the plus number and the minus number. You can do it by pencil, not by pen. You get confused. So here 4 6 are 24, 24 plus 2 is 26. That is carry over 2, 7, 10, 18. 1 carry over 3 minus 3, 8, 6. That is, the sum is minus 3, 8, 6. Now here 6 plus 4, 10, 18, 1 and 10, 10 plus 16, and this is 22 plus 2, 24. So my total is minus 386 plus 248. Now cancel it, that is 16, this is 7, 8, 3. So that is minus 138 is my sigma FIUI. So sigma FIUI is equal to minus 138 is my sum. So I'm going to have my substitution in my formulae such that I'm going to write my formulae again. So I will substitute in my values, so easy to get my answers. So I have everything here. So let me have my formulae. So what all the values I have it, let me write it. A is equal to 749.5 and sigma FIUI is equal to minus 138, and then H is equal to, I have sigma Fi is given in your question, that is total is equal to 400, it is already given. So these are my values I got it. Now I am going to substitute in my formula. So I will have my formula x bar is equal to a plus sigma Fi ui divided by sigma Fi into h, that is equal to a is 749.5 plus sigma Fi ui is minus 138 divided by 400, and my h is 100. 0, 0, 0 gets cancelled. Now I'm going to cancel with 4. I get my decimal. So 4 4s are 16. No. So 3 4s are 12. 1s. 4 4s are 16. 2s 4s are 20. That means 749.5. This is minus, so minus 34.5. Go and subtract 749.5 minus 34.5. 0511. My answer is x bar is equal to 715. Exact answer. So x bar value is equal to 715 is my exact answer. So hope everyone understood the step deviation method. So now children, now we move on for the next type of question that would be asked in the board paper, which is missing frequencies. Now you are given the frequency and the sum of the frequencies are also given. Sigma Fi is also given. So few questions will come like this. The class intervals will be given and frequencies, some frequencies would be missing. So you will take those frequencies as F1, F2 or X or Y. Sometimes there will be a letter F1, F2 or X or Y. Sometimes it would be a question mark. So you can write it either F1, F2 or X or Y. Now we are going to find the missing frequency. Next type of question, fifth question, it is finding missing frequencies. So my next type of question is finding missing frequencies. So I would have my frequencies missing frequency. So it will be F1 and F2. These are the two frequencies. Maximum you will be given to find only two frequencies, or sometimes only one frequency using the method. Now you can see here, based on the class interval, you will find it is which method. In this question, one clue will be given in the question itself. That is, when they ask you to find the missing frequency, it would be given the mean of that data. So the mean x bar will be given in that question. So you have to note that value. With that only we can find it. If you miss that value and you forget that value that it is given in the question, then you cannot find the missing frequency. That x bar will help you a lot in finding missing frequencies. So now here my x bar is given as 50. So my question is x bar is given 50 and find F1, F2. X bar is equal to 50 and question is F1 and F2 to find. So I'll go for direct method. So I know direct method, as usual you will write sigma Fi xi divided by sigma Fi, and x bar is given and sigma F is also given, which is equal to 120. These are the values given in the question. Now I'm going to have my question. Since it's a direct method, I would have 4 columns. So let me draw my 4 columns after writing everything, what is given in the question and what is the formula for that question I'm going to use. Now direct method, I would be using my 4 columns in my table. So class interval xi, fi and then fi xi. So class interval xi, fi, then fi xi. Now you can have your class interval 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80 and then 80 to 100 is my class interval. And my frequencies are given 17 and then F1. and then 32 and F2 and then 19, and the total given is 120. This is already given in the question. Now I'm going to find my xi. This is 10, 30, 50, 70 and then 90. Those who do not know how to find xi, please go to the beginning of this video and I explain how to find your xi's. Now I'm going to multiply. That is fi into xi, that is 170 and 30 f1. I write it separately so that this term not to be added with this one. These are the unlike terms. So next one, I'm going to write 5 2s are 10, 1, 5 3s are 15, 15 plus 1 is 16 and then 1600. Then 70 f2 and then 9 9s are 81, 8, 1 9s are 9 plus 8 is 70, 0. Now you will not add this and this rest all you will add it. So that is 0 plus 0, 0, 1 plus 0, 0 plus 7, that is equal to 8, and then 7 plus 6 is 13, 13 plus 1 is 14, 1, and then 3480 plus 30f1 plus 70f2. I cannot add this. You will keep it as it is. This is the mistake most of the students make it. They will add 3480 plus 30 plus 70. Then I do not know what they will do with f1 and f2. And some students will write plus f1 plus f2. No, 30f1 and 70f2 are exactly the different like terms. So you cannot add with the numeral here. So you will write it separately. Now I am given the total. Even though if it is given, I have to add and equate to 120. Now I would be adding 17, 32, 19. Children, when you do your statistics, please keep your pencil as your second pen. Why? Because these kind of numbers, when you look at it, you can tick it and then add. So you will not add it in a hurry, the other numbers which are not to be added. So always when I do this ticking, you can do by using the pencil even in board paper. So you will get clear of, I'm going to add only the ticked numbers. No other numbers I will add it. So you can have this tool and use it for your calculation. Your calculation will become so easier. So 19 plus 32 plus 17. Now I am going for 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 9 is 18. 1 is the carryover, 1 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 68 plus f1 plus f2. That is my equation here. You must have understood in this you are getting pair of linear equations. You are going to solve this pair of linear equations. So I am going to write all my values here. What I got it from my table. First one, I get it 120 is equal to 68 plus f1 plus f2. So I am going to solve this minus 68 and make it as the simple equation, that is equation in two variable linear equation. So that is 10 minus 8 is 2 and then 11 minus 6 is 5. That is equal to f1 plus f2. This is my first equation. And my second equation I am going to have is 30f1 plus 70f2, and this I bring it to the other side, or I will have which is equal to plus 3480. This is my not the equation. Why? Because this is nothing but sigma f5 xi. That is the value of 80 plus 30 F1 plus 70 F2. You cannot say, you cannot put it here 0. That is not equal to 0. So these are the values I got it. Now I am going to substitute in my formula. So how do I substitute? Just not getting my equation. I cannot solve these two equations. So now I'm trying to find my equation. So my equation x bar is equal to sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. And you know that sigma fi is given 120. So sigma fi is also given 120. And x bar you are given already, which is equal to 50. You have written at the beginning of this answer. So now I'm going to substitute 50 is equal to, you have to be very careful, 3480 plus 30 F1 plus 70 F2 divided by 120. So you get now the equation, not here, now you are getting the equation. So I'm going to have my calculation here with this equation. So it is getting, you can see here, 10 is the common factor. I'm going to take out 10. So 50 is equal to 10 into 348 plus 3F1 plus 7F2 divided by 120. 0, 0 gets cancelled. Now I can have my equation multiplication. It is 5 12s are 60. That becomes 600 is equal to 348 plus 3F1 plus 7F2. So nicely you are getting your equation minus 348 equal to 3F1 plus 7F2. So 600 minus 348. So that is 10, this is 9, this is 5. So 2, 5 and then 2. So that is 2, 5. 2 is my difference here, that is 3F1 plus 7. Now this becomes the second equation. I'm going to solve the pair of linear equation 1 and 2. So how would I solve it? That's what my task is here. So I would have my first and the second equation, multiply the first equation by 3. So when you multiply this first equation into 3, I would have 3 2s are 6, 5 3s are 15, which is equal to 3F1 plus 3F2, and this becomes 252 is equal to 3F1 plus 7F2. I'm going to cancel. So I get it equal to, so 12 minus 6 is 6, and then 4 minus 5 not possible, so 14 minus 5, that is equal to, you get it 9. So you have your number 96, which is equal to minus 96 is equal to minus 4 F2. So you will have your minus minus gets cancelled, 4 and 96 gets cancelled, 2 4s are 8, 4 4s are, that is your F2 is equal to, so I get my F2 is equal to 24. I got my 1. So I go and substitute in my first equation, substitute in 1. So that is 52 is equal to F1 plus F2. So 52 is equal to F1 I have to find, F2 is 24. So 52 minus 24 is my F1, that is 12 minus 4 is 8, 4 minus 2 is 2, that is my F1. So I got my missing frequencies, which are 24 and 28 are my missing frequencies. Hope everyone understood this, that is finding the missing frequencies F1 and F2. Now we move on to one more missing frequency. Only one frequency is missing, not both like F1 and F2. It is given in terms of X. So we are going for the next question to find our missing frequency. That we will use by assumed mean method. Why? Because I tell you the reason. So next question we will move. So finding missing frequency for the following data. So I will have my missing frequency, the following data when I understood, but before that I would like to explain why we are going for assumed mean method. My table is given like this, that is I will have these two first. That is class interval. My table is given 40 to 43, 43 to 46, 46 to 49 and 49 to 52. And then 52 to 55. Now children, when I go for my xi is 41.5. And then 44.5, 47.5, 50.5 and then 53.5. Now see here, this exercise, if I get it in decimal, it's a bit difficult to handle this number. You may go wrong. So when you go with the product with FI excise in the direct method, no ma'am, I will do it very carefully, means okay, you are most welcome to go and do the calculation with the decimal number. But otherwise, you make the number smaller. So when I understood while reading the question, my exercise are going to be in decimal, I would choose my method, that is step deviation method. So I will use my step deviation method to find my missing frequency here. So how many of the students, those who are thinking that, oh, using that step deviation method or assumed mean method in finding the missing frequency, it's very difficult, means I will teach you here. Just listen to this video. You will understand how in an easy manner to find your missing frequency. So now I understand my method is going to be the step deviation method. So I'm going to write my formula. That's my first step. So I will write my formula first. That is equal to x bar is equal to a plus sigma fi ui divided by sigma fi into h. Now what all given in the question, let me write those things. That is x bar is given 47.2 and h I understood 40 to 43, 43 to 46, that is h is nothing but 3. These are the values given and sigma f is not given at all. So I'm going for step deviation method. So my class interval xi, fi and then xi minus a. This is ui is equal to xi minus a divided by h and then fi ui, my last one. And then class interval is 40 to 43, 43 to 46, 46 to 49, 49 to 52, 52 to 55. This is what the class interval. And your frequencies are given 31, 58, 60, x, and then 27. Now I'm going to have my xi, which is nothing but 41.5, 44.5, 47.5, 50.5 and then 53.5. Now xi minus a, I'm going to have, this is my A, that is 47.5. So that is going to be minus 6 and then minus 3. And then this is 0. And this will have, if I write it in an order, so this will have 0, and this I'm going to have 47, that is plus 3, and this is plus 6. Now xi minus a by h is 3. 43 minus 40 is 3. Now that is minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Now fi into ui, that is minus 2, 3 2s are 6, minus 62, and then minus 58, and then 0, then x, and then 54. Now you can have here minus 4, minus 58 plus 54 is minus 4, minus 4 minus 62 is minus 66. So I have my sigma fi ui is minus 66, and sigma fi is not given, so I'm going to substitute. What is given I will write, what is not given I cannot write. I will go and substitute with what the values are having. X bar is equal to, it is already given, x bar 47.2. So x bar is equal to a plus sigma fi ui divided by sigma fi into h. Now your sigma fi is going to be, sigma fi is, you will add all those sigma fi, that is sigma fi, you are having 176 plus x. When you add full sigma fi, you will get this. I'm going to substitute here. So my sigma fi ui is equal to minus 66 plus x. So I got my minus 66 plus x. This is all I'm going to substitute in my formulae. So a is equal to, I had taken my a as 47.5. So I will substitute 47.5, and this is 47.2 plus sigma fi ui is minus 66 plus x divided by 176 plus x into h is 3. So as simple as that. So now I'm going to do my calculation. How to do the calculation in an easy manner? Minus 47.5 is equal to minus 66 by plus 6 by 176 plus x into 3. This you are going to get minus 0.3, which is equal to minus 66 plus x divided by 176 plus x into 3. Now I am going to do my calculation. 0.3, this the method I choose, the reason is it is decimal mid values. So I will convert the decimal into fraction if I can. That is minus 3 by 10, which is equal to minus 66 plus x divided by 176 plus x into 3. So 3 gets cancelled. Now you go for cross multiplication. So the cross multiplication gets minus of 176 plus x is equal to minus 660 plus 10x. That is minus 176 minus x equal to minus 660 plus 10x. So now this goes minus 176 plus 660 is equal to 10x plus 1x. That is, you are going to subtract 10 minus 6 is 4, and then 6, 5 minus 7, that you get it. 15 minus 7 is 8, and then 5 minus 1 is 4, which is equal to 11x. Now this and this gets cancelled. 44, so my x value is 44. So unknown frequency, that is missing frequency, that's equal to 44. Hope children, everyone understood this concept of finding mean in different methods and finding the missing frequencies in different methods using when x bar is given. Until we meet in the next video with the next set of concepts, median and more. Take care. Bye-bye.